In a world where children are meant to be loved and nurtured, there are heartbreaking stories that reveal the darker side of human nature. Some children, instead of experiencing the warmth and safety of a loving home, are subjected to unimaginable horrors by those who should protect them the most, their parents. This is the tragic fate of children who have been used for witchcraft and child sacrifice, whose good fortunes have been stolen by their evil parents spiritually through witchcraft. Despite the cruelty they face, these children embody incredible strength and resilience. Their stories remind us of the importance of compassion, the need to protect the innocent, and the power of the human spirit to overcome even the darkest of circumstances. Evil parents use their children rather than love them. They only think about themselves and put the needs of their children last. They want comfort. They want open doors. They want to live a long life, even if it means sacrificing one or more of their children to gain all the comfort. These evil parents believe they own their children. They feel the fate of their own future and that of their children are in their hands. So they resort to the use of spiritual child sacrifice and the application of witchcraft to steal the fortunes of one or more of their children's good fortune for their own benefit. They carry out this evil practice through the help of a fortune teller who will normally predict which of their children have the most successful future ahead of them. This child or children will then be singled out by their evil parents for spiritual sacrifice through witchcraft, so that all their children's good fortunes will be transferred to their parents, leaving the child empty. How will the evil act of these evil parents affect the child or children they sacrificed for these witchcraft purposes? The child or children used for this evil practice will live a very miserable life. Their life will be full of misfortunes. Let's discuss 3 ways these children's lives will be affected through this evil practice. The child will struggle with their schoolwork. Their evil parents will never support them academically. Why? Because they stole the child's future. They stole the child's future successes. They feel the child will never turn out well. As a result, they will never support this child's education. While the rest of the children of the family goes to school and receives support from the evil parents, the child sacrificed for witchcraft purposes will never receive any support. If they are lucky to have their school fees paid, they will never receive support for reading and learning materials, because their evil parents feel it will be a waste of money to spend money on a child that clearly have no future. In most cases, the evil parents will refuse to pay school fees for the sacrificed child and instead invest that money on their other children. While the rest of the children of the family goes to school, The sacrificed child may be withdrawn from school and made to stay home instead. They may withdraw this child from school halfway and spend their money on their other children instead. Why spend money on school fees on a child that clearly has no future? Children singled out by their evil parents for witchcraft endure a devastating disruption to their education. These children often face extreme isolation at home. Instead of engaging in normal childhood activities, these children are often subjected to rituals and harsh treatment by their parents, leaving little time or energy for learning. Teachers, unaware of the child's dilemma, may misinterpret this child's behavior as lack of interest in learning rather than recognizing the signs of deeper trauma. The support and understanding the child desperately needs may not be recognized by their teachers. Over time, the cumulative effects of interrupted schooling, psychological trauma, and social exclusion can severely limit the child's opportunities for future success, trapping them in a cycle of poverty and marginalization. The sacrificed child will struggle in their relationships. They often end up with the wrong partner because they never receive love from their parents. They may experience many failed relationships. They may never get married. If they get married, they may never have children of their own. If they get pregnant, if they are women, they may experience miscarriages. Children who have been singled out by their parents for witchcraft endure profound psychological scars that deeply affect their ability to form healthy relationships as adults. These children grew up in an environment of betrayal and fear, where the very individuals meant to protect and nurture them are the source of their suffering. The trauma of such intense abuse often leads to significant attachment issues, where the individual may either cling desperately to relationships out of fear of abandonment or push people away to avoid potential harm. This struggle is caused by the name-calling these children received from their evil parents, reminding them constantly that they are useless, unworthy, and a waste of space compared to their other children. As a result, the child grows up with a deep-seated sense of unworthiness and shame caused by their experiences, which can make it challenging to believe they deserve love and kindness from others. As adults, they may find it difficult to communicate effectively and navigate the complexities of emotional intimacy. The child sacrificed for witchcraft purposes will be despised by their parents. They will be seen as a waste of space and a burden. The parents know why this child is not progressing compared to their other children due to the evil act they perpetrated on their innocent child. Yet they will never stop tormenting this child. They will regularly call the child names. This child may be ignored when they get sick. Rather than get taken to the hospital, The evil parent will feel it will be a waste of money to spend money on a child that clearly has no future. They will constantly make their other children disrespect the sacrificed child. The parents will make it clear that they are ashamed of this sacrificed child. It's almost like they want to keep this child hidden from their visitors and neighbors. This child will be isolated and made to feel unworthy. Children singled out for witchcraft by their parents face unimaginable torture, disrespect and neglect, transforming their lives into a nightmarish existence. To avoid being blamed for this child looking different from their siblings, the evil parents may tell their friends and family that the sacrificed child is possessed. They may call the child a witch. They may subject this child to brutal physical abuse under the guise of exorcism or ritual cleansing, where the child endure beatings, starvation, and other forms of violent punishment aimed at driving out the evil spirit from this child. The torture these children face is not only physical, but also deeply psychological. Constant accusations of witchcraft and bad luck erode their sense of self-worth and fill them with fear and confusion. This relentless abuse strips away their innocence and joy, replacing it with pain and trauma. The parents, consumed by irrational beliefs or malicious intent, disregard the child's humanity, treating them as vessels of evil rather than as their own flesh and blood. These children are often deprived of basic necessities such as adequate food, clean clothing, and medical care. Their emotional needs are often ignored as they receive no love, comfort, or validation from those who should be their primary caregivers. The neglect extends to their social and educational development, isolating them from peers and preventing them from experiencing normal childhood activities. This isolation is both a tactic by the evil parents to keep the abuse of this child hidden from friends, family, and neighbors. The profound disrespect this child or children endure, being blamed for misfortunes, ostracized, and treated as outcasts, further alienate them from getting any support. The effect of such extreme abuse and neglect leaves deep scars that can last a lifetime. Though the fate of these children is often shrouded in sorrow, their courage and resilience shine a light on the path forward. As we reflect on their stories, we are reminded of our duty to safeguard the well-being of every child. By raising awareness, supporting survivors, and working tirelessly to end such practices, we can ensure a future where every child is cherished and safe. Let us be inspired to create a world where love triumphs over cruelty, where every child is given the chance to thrive, and where the echoes of their pain transform into a chorus of hope and healing. Please share your thoughts and experiences with us in the comment section below. Thank you for watching, and may God bless you.